starting up my recording. Okay.
Don't worry, it's live.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, dang.
Okay, to update or to recap. So last we played, you guys were in the Blade Bazaar when a rampaging two-headed stone giant went through, but the guards managed to stop him. You were invited to, for helping stop him and not killing him. You were invited to talk to Stone Speaker Hagram, which you did, and who gave you some cryptic information. You then went into the West Cleft District and are looking for. Do you guys remember what you're looking for?
We were looking for a tunnel, right?
Oh, you found a tunnel.
I can't remember what we were looking for after that.
Weren't
All
we
I know,
looking for that one Duro that was changing the money? Well, that was using surface dwelling money.
Uh, you were for the merchant lady, which her name escapes me at the moment. Uh, you were looking for where some of the Duro were getting Ilsa. Ilsa was looking for where some of the Duro were getting money and jewels from the surface, and the Stone Guard captain Airday Blackskull was looking for a Duro named Droki, who she believes was hiding in the West Cleft district.
Okay, so I fused the two together. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
So you found the entrance to these tunnels, and that was where we left off. So I assume you enter the tunnels there.
all I know is I got a badass trophy hanging off my belt.
And yes, Balasar has the head of a Duro hanging from his belt,
Oh, that's just wonderful.
spine attached and all.
Oh.
So as you enter the tunnels, there's an eerie glowing mist casting light across the cavern, swirling into spiral patterns and casting dancing shadows from jagged pillars lining the walls. The air smells and tastes slightly metallic, and the sound around you is strangely muted. The dripping water makes no echo as if you stood in open air. So right now you're just at the entrance to this tunnel, and you can go where you please.
Okay. Want to kind of check, make sure there's no traps or anything like that in the area if I can.
All right. Do me an investigation check.
Yeah, investigate the shit out of it. Yes.
19.
Uh, you can tell that this path is fairly well traveled. There's lots of footprints and lots of different creatures going back and forth, but you don't see any sort of traps or anything. You do
Okay, I'll let the
notice
others know
you do
that it's
notice
safe.
the path diverges in front of you into three directions.
How about torches? Is there lighting in this tunnel?
Yeah, the entire place is filled with dim light that seems to be coming from this glowing mist that fills the tunnels.
Odd. It's not like flammable, is it?
Who knows?
What does it smell like?
Yeah, what does it smell like, Scotty?
It smells and tastes metallic, slightly metallic.
Okay. Well, I'd like to go into stealth and go to the first tunnel and like to the corner of it and just kind of look around.
Okay,
Great.
give me a stealth
Lead
roll.
poisoning.
Oh, 6.
Okay. So you're moving up and looking around the tunnel.
Yeah. Do I
around
see
the
anything?
corner. You look in here. and you see a small room with lots of different size and shaped fungus growing. Lots of different,
Fungi?
yes, fungi. Lots
Can
of
I roll
different
to
kinds
see?
of mushrooms and some
Can I?
some you've seen in the Underdark prior and some you haven't. Sorry, what, Jacob?
Sorry, I was gonna see if I could roll to see if the fungus is safe to touch.
You would have to get closer to it to do that. Um,
Okay.
you, Garrett does not notice anyone in the room though.
Okay.
Well, how far can I go? Like, how big is this tunnel? Can I just like pop over here, or is there just a lot going
We're
on?
not. Yeah, we're not in initiative or anything, so you can just move around as you feel.
Okay, I'm getting close to funky-looking fungi, and I would like to see if it's safe to touch, or if we have to avoid it at all costs.
Okay. 1 second. Roll me a d12.
Oh snap! Okay, come here. No, stop it. Please be kind. I got a 12.
The mushrooms directly in front of you that you're looking at, or the fungus directly in front of you that you're looking at, you've never seen before, but it doesn't look poisonous.
Cool. I'm gonna put a few in my satchel.
Okay.
Take
gonna-
those out.
You're not gonna try it out or anything.
I mean, is it glowing fungus or is it just fungus?
No, it's just fungus. It's not.
Okay, I might try one. I'll try one.
So you're gonna eat one.
Yes, I'm gonna eat one. If I turn into like a dragon or something, I blame you.
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Gosh dang it, Scotty.
Mhm.
Okay, where's my big die?
This may or may not be bad for you.
Okay, cool.
May or may not. Okay.
You know, those are better odds than I've ever had with him, so. Let's see. Okay, so what is my saving throw modifier? I got a 15.
All right, nothing happens. You eat it. It tastes all right. You think it's pretty edible.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Nice. So, do I see this path winding precariously down by this?
What you
river
notice
type thing?
is there's kind of a split in the fungus, and in the wall is a crack.
Ooh.
It's just a crack in the wall, but it's very very small, and you know that there's no way you could fit through it.
Huh.
I know somebody that's small.
Where's our shroom?
Careful.
He's perfectly small. How's that?
Oh, Alston, also give me a nature check.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see, do I have... Oh, that's not one of the fun ones. Okay. 1 second. And we have ourselves a 17 plus 1. Well, we got 18.
All right. You're pretty sure that among the mushrooms and the fungus in this, that there is a fungus that would make you shrink.
Oh no, we're going to Wonderland, guys.
Potentially let you go through here. Though you're not sure which ones are those.
Okay, so... I mean, I've been doing a lot. Is somebody else wanting to do something right now? Because I could just grab a whole bunch and just take a bite.
Well, I got a question.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's kind of related to the fungi family, correct? Would he be able to pinpoint the properties of such mushroom?
Dude, you're a genius.
Perhaps.
I'm going to ask him that. Tell him, yeah, come here, Stool. My friend.
Buddy old pal that was tripping like crazy.
I'm just going to ask him if he thinks that he could differentiate what these mushrooms are.
Let me pull up my reference sheet real quick.
Yeah, see if it's like a distant cousin or something.
He eager at you asking him this question. He runs over and begins foraging through the mushroom patch, the fungi patch. You know he's working on something, but you're not really sure what he's doing just yet.
Oh.
Well, at least he's, in the right direction.
I'm sure he's going to be successful in his endeavor. Stool has never let us down before.
I don't think he has, like, a rebellious bone in his body. Not to mention any bone in his body.
Does anybody else want to do anything while he's doing that?
I'm curious to see what he's going to do. I'm just waiting around, just in...
Can we sneak over to this corner and kind of peer down this way?
Sure.
And he was never heard from again.
I know, right?
So give me an investigation check again.
An investigation check.
Or a perception check. Give me a perception check.
Ooh. 8.
6. Plus 4, 10.
So you look into this room, and you can tell it's a fairly large room. But you don't really notice any particulars about it just yet. It seems to be darker in this room than it is in the rest of the tunnels, just slightly. But you don't notice any people. You don't notice any objects. It's too dark to tell.
Okay. I mean, I'm happy with that as long as I know there's not like an army in there. I feel like if there was an army of fire-breathing dragons, we would be seeing something.
So Stool finishes foraging and turns around and runs back to you and hands you 6 orange-white colored mushrooms. And when you take them from him, you notice they're slightly warm. They're kind of radiating heat.
Okay. Hey, Stool, will these harm us at all?
He shakes his head vigorously.
Yes or no?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Shakes his head versus nodding his head. So.
And he gave us 6 of them?
Yeah. Though there's plenty more in the patch.
Okay. Fuck it, I'm gonna pop one.
Okay, it's when you eat it, it's very spicy, almost like licorice or not licorice, cinnamon, like Fireball. Kind of burns your mouth, but doesn't cause you any harm.
I'll have one as well.
All right, you eat one as well, and you feel the same.
So we just have a spicy mouth?
This is where I pull out popcorn and just watch the show to see what happens.
All right. I'm not sure what to expect here, Mr. Stool.
Do you want to tell him anything else, or?
I mean,
He seemed overly excited to give you these, thinking that you would like them.
are these just for food, Mr. Stool? Or do they have any properties that would affect us in any way? Positive ways.
You get the feeling he doesn't quite understand what you mean by other than food.
Oh, okay, so it's food. Okay, Mr. Stool, are there any mushrooms over there that you saw that would make us small?
Again, he looks at you confused and isn't sure what you mean by make you small.
Holy shit.
Any
Anybody?
mushroom with magical properties?
He runs back over to the mushroom field again and starts rummaging through it once more.
That's a good stool.
Where's my list here? Anybody else doing anything while this is happening?
No, just keep my eyes and ears open, you know.
I'm gonna do a nature check to see what kind of shrooms we got over here. See if I can identify the one that I ate, the one that the shroom gave you guys to eat, and see if there was a different one up there.
All right. Do me a nature check.
Oh, by the way, Stool, I loved the mushroom. Thank you.
Oh, now you're backpedaling, huh?
Oh, it was a very good mushroom. I was just expecting it to make me do something.
I got a 10. Does that help? Or do I have to be like awesome at this to get any kind of identifiers out there?
With the 10, you can tell that there's several different, probably a dozen different kinds of mushrooms here.
Dang.
But you think that you've seen several of them used as rations in cities before, but you don't know what the rest of them do.
Do I know how many of the dozen or so are good versus the ones that are bad? Or the ones that are unknown, I mean?
With your roll, you know that the majority of them are not going to hurt you, but there are some in there that would potentially harm you.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna wait for the shroom to see if he can find one that won't kill us but make us smaller.
Stool comes running back and this time has 7 mushrooms in his hand. And these mushrooms are very hard, and they have blue tops on them.
A blue top mushroom can't be all bad. So I'm going to ask him, like, will these hurt me?
He shakes his head no.
Okay, and they are magical mushrooms?
He looks confused at the question.
Okay, I'm going to pop one.
You know,
I
like how we're just testing different shrooms to see if we're not going to get high or something.
Yeah.
You bite into one of these mushrooms and it just tastes horrible, and it's real hard and hard to chew, and it's almost inedible.
I mean, I've ate worse. I'm from the street. Do I feel any different?
You don't feel ill or anything, no. Though you don't
Okay.
suggest others to eat the blue mushrooms.
Is the hole in the wall big enough or small enough or whatever enough for our shroom or stool friend to go through? Can he fit through there?
No, it's very, very small. Like, the crack is maybe 3 inches wide and 6 inches tall.
Dang.
Okay, so there's a dozen mushrooms there, and he knows
I know that there's.
You know half of them,
I know half of them.
and then I just tried 2 others.
Two. Yeah.
So there's 4 other kinds of mushrooms over there that we don't know.
He
Is that what I'm
he
understanding?
knows that about half of them are not going to hurt you if you eat them, but he doesn't know which ones those are.
Oh,
So you
Yeah.
suspect the 2 that you got just now from Stool are 2 of the ones that are not going to hurt you.
all right.
Okay, so now we should ask the stool to see how many to bring as many of them as he can over that he knows won't kill us.
Yeah, I'm with that.
While
Copy that, Stool.
while you guys are telling Stool this, you hear maniacal laughter coming from the next room,
Like this direction.
And
from this room down here.
Maniacal laughter.
nobody speak. Do not draw attention.
Maniacal laughter as well as rummaging and rearranging of things.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper really quietly to the stool and say, pick out as many mushrooms over here as you can that will not harm us so we can identify them.
Stool
And
run.
while you're doing that,
Huh?
we're going to be and while he's doing that, we're going to be very quiet.
Stool runs back over to the mushroom patch and begins foraging.
I love you, Stool. You're awesome. You're a fucking superstar.
Stool is the optimal crony. I swear. We just tell him to do stuff and he just does it, no hesitation. Unless it's like, kill him somebody or something, because I don't think he can do that. Although that would be pretty nifty if he could.
While Stool is rummaging, Eldith comes up and says, "What are you looking for?"
We think, well, there's a hole in the wall. We think that we could. Oh, wait, I'm not even close by. Shut up. Never mind. I'll let you guys answer that.
We're looking for special mushrooms, bitch. Shut up.
Okay, maybe I should have answered that.
She looks at you as if dumbfounded and says, "You're eating mushrooms that grow in the Freresness?
Yes.
I would not
You're thinking
recommend
one of them-
that."
Are you
Why?
a doctor?
I missed
No, I'm
something.
not a doctor. Why you ask stupid questions? She says, "This glow is dangerous to stay in for too long. We should be moving on."
What?
Tunnel is filled with lead. We're all gonna get lead poisoning and go crazy.
She says, "Have you never heard of the Freresness?"
No, I
No?
have not.
Why would we?
She said, "This glow is sent by the demons. It corrupts that which stays within."
Oh, that's encouraging.
And how long does that take?
Yeah, about 3 hours.
There are many there are many stories, but none have specific times of how long it takes. Though I would recommend we continue on quickly.
Man, okay. How long do you think the shroom's gonna take to give us more shrooms?
I don't know, man. He's got little arms.
He does.
As you guys are talking with Eldith, Mr. Stool comes running back and this time hands you 5 mushrooms.
Okay. My suggestion is try each one until you find the one that shrinks you.
These mushrooms are about 4 inches tall with thin stems and a wide purple cap.
Okay, I eat one.
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw,
I think this is the one that I ate.
or you can choose to fail it if you wish.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let it happen, buddy.
All right.
I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna let it come on to me like waves.
So-
As you eat it, and as it slides down your throat, you feel yourself slowly getting bigger.
Bigger.
That's the wrong size.
Oh
Wrong
shit.
one.
Until you end up about 20 feet tall.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
How many of these did he give me?
He gave you 4, and you ate 1.
Okay, I'm keeping the other 3.
Great, now we get to be like Durgar. What is happening?
Garrett's trying to ride him, apparently.
Onward, my noble steed.
Okay.
Stool steps back away from you, kind of startled, as does Eldith.
He's starting. He's
Okay.
the one that gave it to me.
I go to the stool and I say, "Do you got one that reverses the effect?"
Stool runs back into the mushroom pile.
I feel like if we can get through this tunnel, good things will happen. But
Meanwhile, the noises that are coming from this room down here seem to be getting louder, as if something is growing closer.
Everybody put on like magic cloaks of invisibility, please.
It's okay, guys. I'm a giant.
It's true. I wonder how long that lasts.
I don't know, but I've got 3 of them.
You do. It's true. I wonder if the stone giant was the result of one of these things.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna go stand by this corner and hide in the shrooms. Because I really don't want to fight what is over there. That's just self-preservation speaking.
So you're all just hanging out?
Yep.
Hanging out, waiting.
I hate you
We're
guys.
just gonna pretend that the maniacal laughter isn't happening.
All right, Balasar, roll me a d20.
Crap.
9.
Well, we're all gonna die.
Okay. Stool returns to you, or goes to Alston this time, as Alston was the one that requested this. And hands Alston 2 1-foot-tall mushrooms with red caps.
Sure. Why not? I pop one in my mouth.
Roll me a d6.
Crap. That's definitely for health. Well, no one lives forever. 2. I rolled a 2.
All right. You bite into it and immediately spit it back out because it tastes so horrible.
Well, that's not fun.
How do you feel, buddy?
Like I ate crap.
It tasted almost
Literal
like
crap.
it tasted like charcoal.
Great.
Okay, so how many of these mushrooms have we identified right now?
This is a science experiment we are conducting. It is a very professional one. We've come across at least 4. Because he gave me 1. And he gave you guys... Well, no, he didn't give me any. I don't even know which one I ate.
You ate the big, tall mushroom.
Well, yeah. The first one I ate. I mean, I don't remember that one. Yeah, this one. The big tall one.
And then me and Garrett ate a spicy mushroom. And then I ate the one that makes me a giant.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the one that makes me a midget, because apparently I can't tolerate the taste. Can I take another bite? Because I really want to go into this little tunnel down here.
You can.
Okay, I take another bite.
All right. Roll me a d6.
Gosh dang it. I rolled 3.
All right. Again, you spit it out immediately because it tastes
Gosh
so horrible.
dang it. Okay, screw it.
You suspect that this mushroom is not edible.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk up here and I'm gonna look at these mushrooms, and I'm gonna figure like, okay, so we know what at least 3 of them are. Well, right. Well, no, you ate one in the beginning too, so that's 4.
Yeah.
You
there's
do
a-
know that the one, Alston would know the one he ate initially was not the same mushroom as the one that made you big.
Okay, so we know there's 4 then.
I'm gonna look around. Are there any like super really tiny mushrooms?
Super really tiny. They vary in sizes, anywhere from a few inches tall to 3 or 4 feet in height.
Oh,
Um,
3 or 4 feet.
yeah.
Find
Okay.
the biggest one you can find, dude.
You think the biggest one?
I mean, he
I mean,
gave
I'm
you a
willing
really
to
little
take a
one that
bite.
made you bigger. So I'm just assuming the opposite effect would work.
Okay, I want to look at the biggest mushroom in this room, and I'm going to ask Stool as I point to that one. Will that mushroom hurt me?
The biggest mushroom in this room is about 4 feet tall, and when you point at it and ask that, he turns and looks at the mushroom in Alston's hands, and you can tell they're the same type of mushroom.
Okay, so yeah, don't eat that one.
Okay, now I'm going to point the littlest one in the room and say, will that mushroom hurt me?
Stool looks around and he finds a mushroom about 1 inch tall and picks it up off the ground and hands it to you.
Okay.
Snap it
And
down,
this
bud.
one's it's only about 1 inch tall and it has a blue cap with white dots on it.
That's
Blue
for
cap,
shrinkage.
white. All right. Nom, 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 nom,
All right, give me a Constitution
Pig.
save, or you can choose to fail it.
nom. Let it happen, buddy.
He grows a 3rd head. The other one's coming out of his ass.
You shrink down to normal height.
Yay! We have found it. Okay,
Okay.
everybody find the
Hey.
little tiny
I want
ones.
I want to go and pick another one and eat it again.
I'll pick one too.
I will pick one through. And I will tell, actually, I'll tell the rest of the crew, hey, guys, come over here. We're eating small shrooms so we can fit through here. Shrinking shrooms. You guys are going to do it, please.
Yeah, and make sure you pick up some of the mushrooms that make you big too.
Oh, yeah. Do what he said. Just, yeah, do a 1-and-1 situation.
Okay, so I'm going to
As you guys are picking mushrooms,
yeah, I want to pick 3 of the ones he just gave me.
No. Do not do anything.
coming
Man,
down
it's
the corridor, Ragnar can see what looks to be like a floating octopus.
Fuck that.
That better not be a beholder. Because if it is, we're all screwed.
Dude, I just want to eat this fucking mushroom.
Yeah, let's. Mhm.
So Balasar eats another one of the mushrooms, and nothing happens.
Fuck.
Dang it.
But Garrett and Alston both eat one and shrink down to about the size of a doll.
What?
Sweet.
And they suspect they could fit through the crack in this as this size.
Well, smell you later, folks.
From the back, though, this floating octopus, you all begin to hear in your mind questions like, "What are you doing here? Will you help me?"
Oh, man. Can we answer in our minds back? Or is it one of those things where he can talk to us, but we can't talk to it?
I mean, I got telepathic speech, so.
Well, you can just do whatever you want then.
Do you guys think I should? Are you guys hearing these voices too?
I'm hearing a voice.
Do you think I should
Yeah.
answer
I would answer it.
positively or negatively?
I would say, yeah, we can, maybe. What do you want? What's going on? Get more information.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna telepathically talk to it and say, "Oh, how do you need help? Like, what are you asking of us?"
You hear in your mind, all of you, not just Balasar, but all of you hear, there are cultists living in these tunnels.
Gosh dang it.
He said they're planning terrible things and I must stop them. I would like your help.
How many of them are there?
There are quite a few, but I think if you take out their leader, the rest will leave willingly.
Fair enough. Is there a... Okay. Dang it. I
What do
really
you
want to
think?
go down this tunnel. I mean, we just spent the past half hour trying to figure out.
Maybe we still need to go down the tunnel.
That's kind of what I'm hoping. Ask him if we found... I don't... I'll leave it up to you guys.
What do you think, Garrett?
Don't matter to me. I mean, you know.
Does he know where they're
Does he-
at?
Does he know where this tunnel leads?
Okay. So I'll telepathically ask him, like, you know where this tunnel super small goes to, and do you know where the cultists are?
He says, there are many tunnels like that and I do not know where they lead, but I can lead you to where the cultists reside.
Gosh dang it. Well, how about we split up into two groups?
He really wants to go down that tunnel.
I just spent the past 40 minutes figuring this stupid thing out. I am going down here. As long as it doesn't kill me.
I mean, can't you just run down there and see what you see real quick and come back?
I mean, if the DM will let me. That's the real question.
I don't care if that's what you want to do.
Okay, I'm doing it.
The octopus
going.
thing is waiting for an answer, though.
Okay, Flump. Give us just a second. We'll be with you in a moment.
Flump. That is a nice name. I will take it.
Flump.
What is his name? Does he have a name?
Flump.
He hasn't told you a name, but...
What's your name, Mr. Flump?
You pop back out of the crack in another little patch of fungus and see a tunnel going both left and right.
Well, judging from my bird's eye view...
No, you see nothing bird's eye view. That's why I put things to hide things.
Well, dude, I wonder, like, if I should have made a mind connection with Balasar first to see if... So, how far does that... How much range do you have with that thing, Balasar?
What, the telepathic speech?
Yeah. Because this is totally an opportunity to be
30
like...
feet.
Oh, never mind. Screw that. I'm gonna go right.
So you're just gonna keep exploring by yourself?
Well, I was until you said that.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a way back to the guys.
Okay, roll me a
through the
d20.
main tunnel. Gosh dang it. Nothing is just safe to do without rolling, is it?
Hey, give me 30 seconds.
It's
I'll be
part
right
of
back.
D&D, man.
I know. Stupid. Oh, okay, I got a 15.
All right.
I'm technically still in the shrooms. In case I need to hide. Go on.
Okay. If you wanna do whatever you're gonna do.
No, just say it. What happened? What did I roll? What happened?
You just rolled. That's what happened.
You're a jerk. Okay, well, I'm gonna go this way and.
So
see
as
this
you're
watery
hugging the wall over here,
technique. Okay.
as you walk past about here,
Oh, man.
you notice the wall right next to you start to move.
Shit.
And it kind of reaches out as you're passing it.
That's not okay. Can I dodge it?
Well, hold on. I
No.
pull up my sheet here.
No, you're just supposed to say yes. You can dodge it. It's okay. You're fine.
It reaches out and hits you
Rude.
and does 11 damage.
What the hell? 11 damage? Okay, this is where I retreat. I go back to the.
And also, are you wearing armor?
Maybe.
All right, I'm back.
Is that a yes or is that a maybe or?
I'm checking. I'm not 100% certain what I'm wearing. Yes, I'm wearing scale mail, and I have a shield.
Okay, your scale mail takes a -1 to how much AC it gives you.
That is not okay.
Whoa. What did I miss in that 45 seconds that I was gone?
Well,
Also, roll me
the
an
DM
initiative.
hates me. Gosh,
I don't hate you.
Should roll initiative?
Just corn cob.
Corn Cob's gonna die, and he's gonna get lost in a tunnel because he was stupid and went alone. I rolled a 4.
Okay. Hey, you chose this.
I realize that.
I specifically asked you things, and you chose this.
Yeah, and you said everything was fine, honky dory.
I didn't say everything was fine. I just said I'm just asking.
Yeah, well, now I know when Scotty asks questions, bad things are always going to happen. They rolled a 17.
Okay, before we get to you guys, what are you guys over here doing?
I guess we're gonna talk to this flump.
He says,
Oh,
please,
yeah.
please, I'll lead you to the cultists. You just need to stop them.
What do you think, Garrett?
I like how casual this conversation's going.
Yeah, why not?
All right, Mr. Flump, lead the way, sir.
And you're just going to leave Alston to...
Technically, they don't know anything that's happened.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You're just going to leave the crack and hope that you catch up with Alston later, or what?
I mean, we've been waiting here for a while, and he hasn't came back yet.
So he's assumed dead.
Yeah.
Oops. How did I do that?
What
Don't
did
know.
you do? Wasn't there
What?
something there?
How did I do that? Huh. I like reached over and hit my keyboard and it did that.
I'm hearing echoes.
Oh. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, you're talking in the game now, too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say echo.
How do I stop that?
I don't know.
Did that fix it?
Yep.
Okay.
Whatever you did, it's back to normal.
Okay, sorry about that. I figured out how to point now. Okay. So you guys are going to follow them. Eldith suggests that someone stay behind to wait for Alston to come back.
Wait, didn't someone shrink with me? I swear there was someone else that shrunk.
Garrett also shrank, yes.
Garrett.
I forgot.
We'll be able to see how long it lasts, too.
Fair enough. Well, folks, if you don't see me from now on, it was a nice pleasure meeting you all. I will die a horrible death as Grey Ooze.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm sure I will.
So does Eldith offers to stay behind to wait for Alston.
Yay!
She says, "We can't just abandon one of our own. I will stay and wait for him to come back."
Why don't we have duel And
Fair enough.
Over here. Just stool?
yeah, well, I mean, what do you mean just stool? No, not just stool.
Well, you said what about stool? Do you want just stool to wait for Alston, or
Nope.
so you want both of them to wait for Alston?
Sure.
Okay. Eldith agrees, and they stay. She says, "We'll be here if you get in any trouble."
Alrighty.
Okay. Back to you two over here.
Yay.
Alston, you are tiny.
I am tiny. Do I have bigger shroom? I should have the bigger shroom. I'm going to eat the bigger shroom.
You could. Did you grab one before you went through the tunnel?
Yeah, we got ourselves a 1-and-1 deal.
Okay. Yeah, you can eat one. We'll say that's a bonus action for you.
Yay! Okay.
So you eat a bigger shroom and you revert back to normal size.
Crap. I just realized I'm not going to be able to get back that way. Okay, cool.
You can see, since you're kind of farther down now, you can see that there appears to be a lake, a little pool of water, blocking the path to your south here.
Okay, cool. Interesting. I am...
You see nothing.
I see nothing. Let's see, what can I do? He doesn't constitute as a beast, so I can't really talk to him. Okay, I got 2 short swords. I'm gonna take a swipe.
You gonna attack him with your short sword?
Yes.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
Okay, the big die's gotta go. I need a littler one. Come on. Why aren't you working? Trying to grab a smaller die. And it won't let me. Okay, well, I guess we're using the big one. Ah, crap. I rolled... I forget the... I rolled a 7.
Total?
So I don't remember what I'm supposed to add to it.
For a melee attack, it's your strength modifier, and then if you're proficient with the weapon, your proficiency bonus. Oh, but the short sword's versatile, isn't it? So you can add your dex to it.
Okay, so then in that case, I rolled an 11.
Alright, that's a hit. Give me damage.
Sweet.
I think a short sword's versatile.
Well, yeah, I think so. I mean,
Or finesse, that's right. That's what it's called. It's called finesse.
okay, and that's a D8, right? Or is that a D12?
Oh, you guys should have this written down.
I know. I need to update my sheet. I haven't updated it since.
A short sword is a D6.
Okay. I need a die. Come on, give me another die, you stupid piece of crap. Why wouldn't that work for me?
I don't know.
Okay. D6. Rolled a 5.
And then
Take
you add
that.
your proficiency and your dexterity.
9.
Alright, you deal 9 damage to the ooze. And also, your short sword, some of the ooze gets on your short sword, and it seems to make your sword a little bit brittle.
Oh,
So
that's not good.
your short sword now gets a -1 to its damage rolls.
Jeez. Can I walk away, or is that too much to ask?
You can move away from it, that's fine.
I'm going to try to move away from it.
It will get an opportunity attack if you move away from it.
Well, screw it. I'll just stay right there.
The attack you made did seem to hurt it quite a bit, though.
Okay, cool. That's encouraging. All right. We have progress.
Alright, I'm going to have the ooze attack you back. Oh, that was missed the table. Oh. Oh.
That was a 20, wasn't it?
It was.
Gosh dang it, I'm gonna die here.
I'm so sorry. Shit.
What did it roll?
I need better dice here. Shit.
I'm so dead, isn't I?
What's your hit point total
I
here?
got 9 left.
You are knocked unconscious.
Gosh dang it. This is what happens when I make decisions.
I am so sorry. That was not supposed to happen.
Well, it's nice knowing y'all.
Okay,
And
since that happened, it's back to you guys.
All right.
The flump says, "Quickly, I'll lead you to the cultists," and begins heading down this tunnel.
and you're all gonna be like, dude, there's Austin. Oh crap, he's dead. Well, it was nice knowing him. Bury him in the lake.
So he leads you down these tunnels and to the waterfront here. Let me read this for you. Where is... So the tunnel slopes down to the edge of a large pool that fills the cavern ahead. The opposite shore is nearly 100 feet away, but nothing can be seen beneath the surface of the black water. You also can tell that the water smells fairly heavily of the stench of rotting meat. The flump, however, floats over the water and just continues as if there was nothing there.
Hey, Mr. Flump. How are we supposed to get across, bro?
He comes back a little bit and says, "That's not my concern. I worry only about the cultists. Quickly!"
Yay, logic. Y'all are gonna die.
I don't know, man. I don't trust that.
Oh, shit. I don't trust that either.
The
Tell
flump,
them if there's another way around, or if there's another way.
the flump disappears across the surface of the water to the other side to where you can't see him anymore.
All right, we turn around and head the other way then. Screw them.
Okay?
I think we should try this one.
Yeah. We got torches. I'll light a torch if we do.
Alston, give me a D20 roll.
Don't mind me. I'm just dying.
Yeah, I've got 10 torches.
I rolled a 20. I am not dead.
Alright, you are stable.
Granted, the ooze may eat me, but, you know, that's besides the point.
You are still unconscious, however, you are stable. Roll me a D4.
Is that my D4? That is a D4. I rolled a 1.
Alright, you're going to be unconscious for 2 hours.
Fair enough.
So you guys are going in this room?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. As you venture into this cavern, the stench of rotting meat rises. The floor is carpeted with human remains in various stages
You guys are so dead.
of decomposition, arranged in a spiral pattern around the cave's center. An off-key humming comes from a hunched figure working busily at something on the floor. Oh, there you are! The figure is Bupito.
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 Does he know we're here?
Yeah, he says, "Oh, there you are." He wipes his hands on his vest and smiles viciously. "I didn't expect you to find me here with my shrine nearly finished.
What the fuck, Bupito?
No.
My faithful are finally honoring me. Are you Yes. Yes, I sense that you are ready to receive my truth into your hearts.
Well, I'm glad I got killed.
Everybody roll me initiative.
Boopido. I'm fucking ashamed, bro.
That one guy should have eaten him.
Goddamn dice, get out of the way. 20.
Suddenly, I feel
What?
better.
How am I wasting a fucking 20 on an initiative?
I got 9.
Oh, that sucks.
Garrett got a 9.
You bet.
I'm going to roll for Ragnar. He's got a 16. Pedo got a 2. And I'll roll for everybody else who has a 9. Alright, let me fill this out. Alright, Ragnar, you get to go first. So, no one has initiated combat yet, but you suspect
Yes.
that's coming. So Balasar's first.
Oh.
I said Ragnar. I did that wrong.
Well, I want to know what the fuck's going on here, Boopido. What the fuck?
He says, "Come, kneel before your god."
What god? Is there a god here?
He chuckles and says, "Why, me, of course."
Garrett, do you see a god?
Nope.
Is that your turn? Is that
See
all
a
you're gonna
dead
do?
man.
Ragnar, do you see a god?
Ragnar
I'm
says, "I'll take a bite out of him."
Uh-huh.
That sounds like something Ragnar would say.
Oh, I'll draw. I ready my bow.
I mean, what happens if we... I don't know, man. Like, we could just bow in front of this dude. Maybe he'll just be like, oh, I love you guys.
Or you get brainwashed and turn into flesh-eating zombies. You know, it could be either way. I see a 50-50 here.
Yeah, it could be. But I think I'm going to...
You're going to what?
I'm looking at my stuff here. Okay, I would like to use my breath weapon.
Okay.
Yes, fry him.
I believe I have acid.
And what does he need to make to a dexterity or constitution?
It is a constitution save.
Okay. And what's he got to beat?
I have no idea. How do I figure that out?
Okay, let me look this up here.
I think it says the DC for this save is 8 plus the Constitution modifier plus the proficiency something.
Yeah, so 8 plus your constitution modifier.
8 plus my Constitution.
And then plus your proficiency bonus.
10. 8, 9, 11.
11. He rolled an 18.
That son of a bitch.
So he takes half damage.
It's what, 1d6?
2d6.
2. Oh, I like it.
And he'll take half damage from that.
Five. 5.
Takes 5 damage. All right.
Yes. I spit on you, Boopido. You deceived us.
That he did. He kneels down onto the ground, though,
I bet he does.
and begins chanting something softly.
Ow.
And the mangled body parts around the room kind of begin to come together and form makeshift beings that then rise up around the room.
Oh, that's disgusting. Someone's not playing by the rules.
He says, "Come die before your god."
Suddenly, I feel very glad I'm not in that room.
But that was his turn, and so it is Balasar's turn.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's my turn?
yeah.
But I just went.
I know. I was kind of letting you guys just do your own thing before we really hit initiative order.
Oh, okay.
Garrett said he readied his bow. I put Ragnar over here and moved them up, so.
Okay. So, fuck those skeletons. I want to move right over to this side. And I want to use Witch Bolt on Bupido.
Okay. And that does
2d12 damage.
Do we need to roll for that?
Make a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
$13.
13 is a hit, just barely.
All
So give me
right.
some damage. 1d12?
2d12.
Oh, are you casting that at a higher level?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
And then he'll do 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically after.
Right.
What? Eight.
8 total?
Yeah.
Alright. It's Ragnar's turn. Ragnar's gonna run up to the closest skeleton and take an attack at him. What does he have? A great axe? That's a hit. Gotta pull my stats up. That is a hit. Wow. Ragnar killed that skeleton.
Good.
Holy shit. The skeleton falls back into the pieces of mangled bodies that it was before it formed. And that brings us to Garrett's turn. Also,
Okay.
I'm sorry you're missing this, Alston.
Shoot at Bupido.
Okay.
That's totally fine. I figure I dodged a bullet.
20.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a hit.
Critical.
That's a crit. Holy crap.
Yeah,
So
fuck you, Bupido.
Give me
I'm
double
taking your head.
damage. Man, you guys are going to kill him before he can do anything.
Good.
6.
Daddy needs a new head on his belt.
Oh my god.
So 7 in total.
7? Alright. Bupito laughs at your attacks and says, "You cannot kill a god."
Is he bleeding at all?
He's most certainly bleeding.
He's a fucking dumbass.
He's basically insane.
No, we can kill a dumb god.
Yeah.
I mean, if it bleeds, it can die, so...
That's right.
So I'm going to have Ro step up and do a firebolt, which is a miss. What is Draxy's movement? Is it 30? Yeah. I'm going to have him attack a skeleton here. Oh yeah, he's got that. Oh my god. Excuse
Boop.
me.
Let's take a look here and see who's not dead.
So he hits the skeleton pretty good. But it's still standing. And Darendil and Ront begin to move up as well. As do the twins. Bupito laughs and runs up to Draxi here and takes a swing at him with a short sword he has, but misses. So that makes it Balasar's turn. All the while, Bupito is yelling, "Kneel before your god, and I will have mercy on you."
All right. Well.
Oh, hold on. I didn't do these skeletons' turns.
Oh yeah.
One's gonna take a swipe at Balasar. And I think a 10 is a miss, yes?
Yes.
Another one takes a swipe at Ragnar, and that's going to be a hit. Ooh, and it does 8 damage to Ragnar. Psh, he's got so much health, though. Alright, now it's Balasar's turn.
Okay. I'm going to move over this way, and as I'm doing so, I'm going to pull out my poison-tipped spear,
Okay.
and I'm going to thrust it into Bupito.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
Got-
Poison-tipped spear.
And 18.
Ooh, that's a hit. And that's the drow poison, yes?
The poison that was in the flask.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Poisons. Oh, potion. Did you give me a damage roll?
What do I roll for that spear? I don't know what a spear does. I've never used it.
Okay, let me look it up.
I swear that poison's going to save us throughout the rest of the game if we're smart enough.
It's just a regular spear.
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright, it's 1d6, or you can two-hand it for 1d8. I don't know if you're two-handing it or not.
I'll do. Yeah, I'll do the D8 because I don't have a shield or nothing.
Okay.
But I'm kind of hoping the poison just does its trick. Fuck. 1.
Okay, now let me roll for the poison. Bupito, after taking merely a scratch from the spear, kind of stammers and waves back and forth and says, "You can't kill a god," and falls down to the ground. But
Oh,
you can tell he's just unconscious. He's not dead.
oh, I want to cut his head off.
Do it! Do it! Do it! Kill the necromancer.
But he's just unconscious.
That's fine. I want to cut his head off.
He needs
Kill
to
him.
die.
Alright, Ragnar's gonna swing at this skeleton again. That's gonna be a miss. So Garrett.
Yeah, I guess I'll skeleton in front of me.
Okay.
Uh, 6 and yeah, 6.
That's a miss. But our... Oh, do you have another... Oh, you're two-handing? Is that what you're doing?
Nope, I'm just frustrated at
Oh.
that dice.
Okay. But Ront and Darendil are going to step forward and help you out with this guy. Oh, and Ront does decent damage to him. And Darendil misses. Okay, Bupito's unconscious, but his skeleton army are still fighting strong. This one takes a swipe at Draxi. Hits for 4 damage. Oops, that was 5. This one's going to take a swipe at Garrett. And that's going to be a miss. This one's also going to go for Draxi. That's going to be a miss. And these two are going to go for Ragnar.
Eat him, Ragnar. Eat him.
What's Ragnar's AC? 12. So one of them hit him for 6 damage. And Balasar, it's your turn. Oh, I forgot to do. Well. Go ahead, Balasar.
Alright, I'm gonna step up here next to Draxi. And I'm going to use the same spear and hit skeleton number 3.
Alright. Give me an attack roll.
11.
That's a miss. You poke the spear into it, but it goes through 2 of the ribs and misses. Misses all the flesh. Ragnar's going to take a swipe at one of the skeletons there. Man, he can't hit for crap. Garrett, it's your turn.
Sounds good. Same thing.
Alright. Skelly 5's looking pretty beat up right now. I don't know how you can tell that when they're a combination of mangled body parts, but
13.
that's a hit.
Weak ligament.
That was 6.
6 damage?
Yep.
Alright, that skeleton falls to pieces.
Yeah.
Darren, Dylan, Ront step forward for the next one. As does Draxi. And Darendil hits. Man, you guys suck. Oh. Darendil hits Skelly 6 for 8 damage, which is pretty good, actually. And I'm going to have Ro do another firebolt. That's going to be a hit. For also 8 damage. Alright, Balasar, it's your turn. No, skeletons, I'm sorry. Too many things to keep track of. What's his AC? Ooh. Ragnar gets hit by both of these two skeletons in front of him. Ragnar's looking pretty beat up right now, actually. One Skelly's going for Balasar. That's going to be missed. The other one's going to go for Darendil. That's going to be a hit. Darendil takes 6 damage. Alright, now it's Balasar's turn.
Alright. I get it that there's skeletons around, but I'm cutting this dude's head off before he wakes up so he doesn't raise up more shit.
I was gonna say, I mean, if you kill him, there's a good chance that maybe the spell that he used will wear off.
That's kind of what I'm hoping. But, yep,
So
I want to cut his head off.
You're going to cut his head off? Oops.
Yep.
Oh no, he's alive! Kill it now!
Give me an attack roll with advantage.
Got this. He was probably the one we should have thrown over the edge at the first in the cells.
Okay. Do I need to add anything to that attack roll?
Yeah, your strength and your proficiency. Yeah, instead of Jim Jar, poor Jim Jar.
Okay.
He's probably the good one.
20.
All right, you hit directly on his neck. Give me a strength check now to see how well you do with chopping his head off.
13.
Yeah, you cut about. He's definitely dead now. But you only cut about halfway through his neck this hit.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh.
But you know for sure he's dead now. He's just bleeding profusely everywhere.
Not that I would be still alive.
Say what?
Not that I would be alive to know this, but are the skeletons still alive?
They seem to be.
Gosh dang it. Okay, well, that's right, guys.
Ragnar's gonna attack the one in front of him here. Man, and miss again. I don't think he's hit a single attack this fight. Garrett, it's your turn.
Five.
What are you doing with the 5?
Well, shooting my arrow at. Are the skeletons still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Skeleton number 6.
That's a miss. So we're gonna have Ront and Darendil do some attacks here.
Boopito is dead.
Ront kills
Good.
Skeleton 6.
Oh,
And-
take my thunder.
Darendil kills Skeleton 3, actually.
Holy crap. Well, just get rid of all of them then.
Ro kills Skeleton 1.
Dropping like flies.
Well, they all were pretty damaged, actually. Draxy's going to step up here. And does a little bit of damage to the last one.
Rush it.
The last skeleton's gonna attack Draxy back.
Yeah, if I was the last skeleton, I'd see all my friends die. I'd have just been, hey, tailing them out of there.
And he only does 2
Mhm.
damage to him. Balasar, it's your turn.
I'm gonna finish cutting this dude's head off.
Alright, give me another strength check.
11.
Alright, you managed to chop Bupito's head off.
All right, tie it to my belt.
Yes. You're going to come out of the Underdark like some just freaking...
Bunch of bears and wolves waiting for us.
They're going to see those heads on his belt and be like, nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Well, the first one, it's got to be stinking pretty good by now.
I
I
mean,
don't know how you're not like...
you only technically cut off the first head like 20 minutes ago, so...
Oh, okay.
You should
Still
probably
nice and fresh.
wash them in the lake so that, I don't know, it doesn't decompose all over your leg.
Alright, Ragnar's gonna attack this last skeleton and miss again. Garrett, it's your turn. I swear I've rolled 3, 4, 2, 8 with Ragnar over and over.
I think your dice are loaded.
I'm just gonna say that's what he gets for not being here.
There you go.
Oh my god, another 5.
That's a miss.
He's shooting arrows everywhere, but none of them are
Oh. Okay, Draxy's gonna finish this. Let's go. That's not good enough, Draxy.
When the last boss just won't die.
Pretty much. Holy crap. Okay, Darendil finishes the fight, killing the last skeleton.
Yay!
Search Bopito.
Okay.
see what the god had in his pocket.
You search Bupito, and in his pockets you find 10 gold pieces, 11 silver pieces, and a damp piece of lizard skin parchment with some dwarvish written on it.
Someone should totally read it out loud and perform the ritual.
I don't know if Garrett knows dwarvish, so.
I think I do, actually. I can read it. So if you guys find my unconscious body somewhere.
Says the unconscious guy.
Yeah, we'll take the parchment with us, and who can do dwarvish?
I can read it.
Alston, roll me a D6.
Oh my goodness. Am I actually going to live? RNG God, smile on me. Rolled a 4.
Okay.
Nothing?
Nothing.
All right.
Sure.
Well,
A butterfly goes by.
You have sweet dreams of wonderfulness, and then black ooze comes out and destroys your dreams.
That is cold-blooded.
You
so
asked.
we continue down this tavern,
Uh,
I guess.
Hold on.
Yeah, totally. Just keep going. See what happens.
So after you search Bupito and you're kind of looking around, all of a sudden out of the floor pops the head of what seems to be a deep gnome. But it's not just a deep gnome. It's a deep gnome, but they're kind of ethereal, like they're only half there.
He is high. He is so hot. Oh, wait. Ethereal. Never mind.
Yeah.
Screw it.
And after looking around a little bit, it floats up out of the floor and then appears, or just floats above the floor, and
It's Jamjar. He's come to kill us all.
looks you guys over.
Well, hello. How are you, sir?
The ethereal image says, "You finally killed him. Someone finally stopped him."
You're welcome.
He says,
Stop too.
"That madman that thought he was a god.
Oh yeah.
I was adventuring through these tunnels when he killed me."
Oh, you're a ghost. Not that I see that.
Why'd he kill you?
He says, "Well, I was traveling from Blingdenstone when I met this Bupito on the road. He said he would help me get to Gracklestug, but he led me here instead and chopped me to pieces."
Good old Gracklestug. I wonder if what's on that parchment right there would help this dude.
Dude, show
Do
him
you
the
know
parchment. Deep
Do you
gnomes
know to
can
speak
read.
dwarvish?
Yes, of course I do.
This would be.
Hand it over to him and say, "What does this say?"
He doesn't take it or touch it in any way, but he looks at it closely and says, "I believe this says worship Bupito."
I
Oh,
say
okay.
burn it.
Yeah, throw it away.
He says, "Please, I must ask you to do something for me."
Uh-oh.
You want us to kill an octopus?
A floof.
What do you need?
He says, I would very much like if you would return at least part of me to Blingdenstone so that I can be buried properly."
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that'd
Sure.
be-
I mean,
He
can you
says-
point out one of your body parts?
He says, "My spirit cannot rest unless I am buried in Blingdenstone." He looks around at the floor and at all the body parts and says, "I cannot tell which are mine and which are not."
Well, that's
Can't-
a
You
sorry
can't
for
find
what
your own hand. Like, I mean, I'm not going to carry all these body parts back, bro.
He stops and thinks for a moment, though, and says,
You can't recognize your own head.
He says, speaking of hands, I do remember that one of my hands was influenced by strange magic and got up and walked away. He said, I'm sure it's somewhere else in these tunnels. If you could find it, it must be mine.
Now I'm looking at the floof.
Have you seen any cultists in here?
Um, he says, I have not. I have only seen this room. He brought me straight here and killed me immediately. I cannot leave this place.
Well, that sucks.
I mean, if you can recognize your head laying around here.
Again, he looks around and kind of thinks a moment and says, I'm sorry, but I cannot. But if you find my hand, it is wearing an obsidian ring. That's how you'll know it's mine.
You know which way it went?
Sorry, that's loud.
He points. He points back over here. Haha. And says,
Oh, shit.
it went through that. It went through that opening, but I'm not sure where it went from there.
Flump, whatever it's called.
I don't know, man. You think we should go back the other way, or you think we should keep going this way? See if we can find another way. Besides
Yeah, I
that
figure
black
we
water.
keep going that way, yeah, because we can't get across the water.
All right, Mr. Ghost. We'll do what we can.
Thank you so much. My name is Pellic, by the way.
Pellic.
Yeah, I know, it's so
Oh,
subtly
cool.
placed right there. And he says, thank you again for looking for my hand, and if you find it, please bury it in Blington Stone. And with that,
No problem.
he slowly
Kiss, kiss.
sinks back into the floor and disappears.
Fair enough.
Okay, I gotta run.
Yep.
I gotta run and pee real quick. So I'll be right back.
Run and pee.
Give me a 5-minute break, too.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
Doop 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 doop. Boo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yep. That's crazy, dude. We fucking killed Boopido. That's fucking.
I know,
prick.
right?
I didn't like him anyway.
It's funny how, like, every single guide we've had that's taken us to a different town has ultimately tried to kill us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
And the fish head and Budo, we haven't found a single.
Quantum will be back in a minute too.
Okay. I have people coming over tonight, but I have about another hour. We can go. Just so you guys know.
I got about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. We can call it about 6 o'clock if you guys are down with that.
Sure. We can still do a little bit more. I just wanted to let you guys know. You're still coming
Yeah.
to my house tonight, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I know. We're having our board game night after this.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I've been so excited to get to this tunnels.
It's only been half a month.
And Alston had to go off and get himself murdered.
I know, right? I felt like that was an accomplishment. At the same time, I have a sinking sensation. When I wake up, the floof is going to be right there, and he's going to lead me to the cultists, and I get to die again.
Woo!
I don't think there are any cultists.
See, and I thought Bupido was the cultist. But the floof didn't follow you guys, so...
I think the flump. I think he is the cultist.
Well, then I should probably just try killing him.
Like I don't think there's a cultist necessarily. I think he's just trying to fucking eat us.
Yeah?
What I
I'm
think.
sorry, I'm not laughing at you. That's just the way you put that was funny. He's just trying to eat us. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. He's an octopus. He's trying to get us to go into some fucked up water that smells like death. Like, no, it's cool, man. Come on.
Everything's
I'm
great.
back.
I'm not worried about the water.
Yeah, right.
All right. Just so you
All right,
guys know, before you move on, Ragnar is pretty hurt.
And I like how Eldith and the Shroom are just kind of, well, we hope Alston comes back.
And Draxy's hurt a little bit as well. But if you
I
want
mean,
to,
I got nothing for him.
okay. I was just letting
I
you know.
have I
don't-
have the herbalism kit. That's about
Oh,
all
wait. I do have. I have 2 health potions.
What? Where did you get those?
I've had them for a long time.
Well, that's convenient, I dare say.
How hurt is
Not for me,
Draxy?
Draxy's not hurt very much, but Ragnar's
Okay, I'm gonna give Ragnar one of my health potions.
okay. And I
Chain.
finally found in the DM guide where it has potions. So
Is there a section on potions? I was
yeah,
looking for that
it's
the other
mixed
day.
in with the magical items. It just is part of the
Oh, go
magical
figure.
items.
Okay,
So
that makes sense.
yeah. Okay, so they're just regular potions of healing.
Yeah, two health potions is what I have.
Okay.
So
You're
guess
gonna
just
give one
regular
of them
shit. Yeah.
to Alright, Ragnar drinks one.
Blueberry flavor.
And regains 7 hit points.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
blueberry's pretty strong.
Just so you know, those are 2d4 plus 2 is how much they restore.
Okay.
So, continuing on.
Continuing on.
Alright.
The shadows from my candle are badass. Throw that out there. See their shadows on the board.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to
That
say
back
you
over
make
a
your way
thought of it.
about to here.
Oh, that's actually. Oh, you sneaky devil.
Say what?
I was trying to figure out if these 2 rooms connected. You have this little.
I don't know what
plank
you're
of
talking
wood
about.
here. Snake.
So, the tunnel opens up into a natural cave. Within you see several fungal creatures dancing to a silent tune.
You're all gonna die.
3 of them stand 5 feet tall, while the others are half as tall. There's also a drow in the center.
Do they look like stool?
One of the small ones stands apart from the rest, its movements not nearly as frantic. Hunched nearby are 2 larger creatures that resemble apes covered with mushroom growths and yellow mold.
Wait a second. You said there was a drow.
There is a drow in the middle.
Not that I'm awake or anything, but would this be a drow we recognize?
I don't know that you should be asking questions.
Fine, I'm not asking questions.
Do any of these things look like stool?
They
I
do
was-
look like myconids.
Oh my god, Stool's gonna be so happy.
Stool's patiently waiting for my return. Holy crap, there's a bunch of them.
So
Hey, hello,
ones,
friends.
these ones here are dancing. And as you approach and speak, you do notice that the drow is in fact Sereth, who is also standing among them and dancing to a silent tune.
Dude, those do
Oh,
not look
he-
like stool.
Under a spell? Because the Seraph I remember would not do that.
Those look creepy as shit, dude. That doesn't look
Well,
like
I needed a different image for myconid sprouts, so
stool. Oh, okay.
that's the one I found. I'm sorry if they look
I'm
creepy.
totally okay with this happening right now. Not really.
Behind you,
Sorcerer?
behind you, Darendil steps forward and says, "Myconids do not dance."
Who's this Rumpadump? Is that really that is his name?
That is another Myconid sprout. The Rumpadump over here is the one that is not dancing nearly as vigorously as the rest.
I want to like telepathically speak to Rumpadump and say, "What in the hell is going on here?"
Little did you know he's causing it.
30 feet, remember?
Oh yeah, there's squares here.
Yeah, I dimmed the squares in my programming, so in my program to map make this, so it wouldn't be as obvious. But I think I dimmed them too much. So.
Yeah, I can barely tell.
Okay, well, I'll move to here.
Did you speak to the rest? Did you say something to like the group as a whole first?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So you're just gonna move up?
I'm just gonna like step right to here and say to Rumpadump telepathically, "What is this?"
So as you're speaking to Rumpadump telepathically, one of the larger Myconids says, "Welcome, friends," and seems very melancholy about your presence there.
Wait, do Myconids talk?
This one is.
Ours doesn't.
He says, "Have you come?"
Whoa.
Have you?
What the
He
heck?
says, "Have you come to accept Zugtamoy's gift?"
Frying pan meet fire.
Also, Rumpadump looks around, confused as to where maybe this voice came from. It's like, where did it come from? Where did it come from?
Where did you come from? That magic.
Well, I'm gonna say to this guy, "What gift is that?" And I'm gonna look at Rumpadump and telepathically say, "I'm the Dragonborn over here."
Oh gosh.
He says, the larger Myconid says, "Zugtamoy's gift, of course." He said, "We received the gift through the lady's dream.
No.
You could as well."
I don't know what you've been smoking.
Okay, Mr. Fungus, hold that thought.
Please hold.
Rumpadump takes a few steps forward and looks at you curiously.
That's it.
But says nothing, yes.
I'm assuming it didn't take them 2 hours to get from Bupido to here. Right?
Roll me another d6,
Okie doke.
since you're asking.
Hey, Garrett.
I rolled a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could totally just make a run toward it. I'm just saying.
It has not been 2 hours yet.
Gosh dang it.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
They got Sareth over there and shit, man. Like, I don't know about this, bro.
The rest of the Myconids, other than the one that's talking to you, as well as Sareth, just seem far too preoccupied with their silent dance to notice that you're even there.
I would suggest throwing something at the drow. See if it knocks him, out of what weird trance he's in. That's just a thought. You don't have to do it.
I don't even like that fucker.
As you're talking amongst yourselves, the large Myconid again says, "The lady is all powerful and loves and guides all Myconids.
Up. You're interrupting.
I said, please hold.
He seems unfazed and just goes back to his dancing slowly.
If this were a TV show, that would have been an awesome moment.
Up, 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 up. You're interrupting.
Up. No. Not ready for your Eunice yet.
What do you think we should do here, Garrett? Do you think we should talk to these fuckers or just roll the fuck out? I don't like dancing.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The
I think we just go by them.
the twins step forward and say, something about this is off. We shouldn't stay here.
No.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of
the
here.
writing's on the wall.
Okay, we're running. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Come on, guys. We're running. We're running.
Rumpadump kind of follows after you excitedly, but then stops and kind of takes a step back as if he wants to go with you, but he's afraid to follow you.
Oh no. You're just gonna leave him there?
What are you guys going to do?
Sorry. Guilt factor. I'm dying hysterically right now. This is one of those, like, do we save our skins or risk being brainwashed?
I would say we're gonna have to leave them.
Yeah, I'm saying we leave. We can come back. We know where they are. They're dancing.
Yeah, that's right. They're busy.
This is like the fucking club right now. We love you guys. We'll be back.
As you guys run past them, the tall Myconid says, "May the lady protect you. Farewell, my friends."
All right.
And goes
Cool.
back to his dancing.
Well, when Austin wakes up, he's just gonna have to take care of that for you guys.
You guys. All right. Cool.
Bro, I mean, that was just a weird situation. I didn't know what to do.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
This was how Balasar handles
That was so
uncomfortable
weird.
situations.
No one even mentioned that Sareth was in the middle of them. They're just like, we don't even care. Let's just leave him.
Cracking up this thing.
Okay, in front of you now, a dense fungi forest blocks your way. Its tall specimens grow some 5 feet high. Even as you assess the best way to pass through it, a hissing sound starts to rise, like uncounted tiny voices whispering in tongues you don't understand.
You are so screwed. Go through the mushroom forest.
It is too thick for you to just walk through.
Just walk on top of.
But you think you could possibly cut a path.
All right.
Or if you had more of the shrinking mushrooms, you might just be able to shrink and go right through them.
I mean, I've got 3 of the small ones and 3 of the big ones.
Oh, by now also, Garrett has returned to normal size. Since he was small.
And he didn't even know it.
That's right. Well, I would say probably we don't have enough mushrooms for everybody, so we're gonna have to hack through it.
Yeah. Where's Ront?
He's right here. Somewhere. Right here.
Send the orb.
He goes, Oga, Oga.
Ooga.
No, he
All right.
doesn't say that. But...
Yes, he does. It's now.
Oga, Oga, Oga.
All right, big man. We need you. Okay, you gotta get us through this big forest of mushroom.
He has the mentality of Animal from the Muppets. Please.
No, I mean, is he not saying nothing? He's just staring at it.
Sorry, I was reading this section in this book to make sure I know what's happening here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So he goes up to it and begins, like, pulling and slashing and hitting at the fungi. But you do suspect this is going to take some time.
Okay, well, you do that, Ron.
Okay. So while he's working on that, Alston,
Yay!
you
Avoid ooze at all costs.
you wake up.
Dude,
Shazam! I immediately step away from the side of the wall.
You wake up and you are extremely hurt. You are at 1 HP.
Gosh dang it. Sure. Do I have any health potions whatsoever? I have a herbalism kit.
you should totally
That-
swim across the lake.
I am not swimming across the lake. Pretty sure Cthulhu's down there. I don't want to mess with that. Oh, dude, I should probably go back and find Eldith and. God dang it. Okay. So, yeah, I go back to the shroom pile.
Uh-huh.
I find Tiny Shroom.
Tiny shroom.
Tiny Shroom.
Alright, you're able to find it quite easily.
I shrink, and I go back over here.
Alright.
And I tell, hey, dude, y'all need to eat the shrooms, and we need to come over here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
You're not asking where the rest of the party is? You're not...
So I will say that I will ask how long I've been out, because I realize that's probably something I should do.
Eldith
I'm not very
says...
good at this exploration thing.
Eldith says, well, you've been missing for almost 2 hours. Are you alright? You look fairly
No.
unwell.
I am about dead. Do you have a health potion?
She shakes her head and says, I'm sorry, but I have nothing to help you with currently. But you should rest before we move on.
Okay, well, crap.
We've been here for quite some time and have had no trouble. I believe it's safe to rest here.
Dadgummit. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, you're taking a rest, huh?
Oh, I mean, I've been sleeping for most of this game anyways. Might as well just complete the set.
Okay, so it's been about
4 hours.
no, it's been about an hour that you guys have been here, and Ron's been hacking away at this fungi, and he's about to hear now. Do I have? Let me find
I will say this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stay on the Discord chat, but I'm going to go ahead and close out of my tabletop simulator
Okay,
so I can just head over. I'll just be muted unless you need me for anything.
okay, that's fine.
Y'all have to log soon. I gotta go make supper soon.
Okay. He's cut.
Are those tiles?
He's cut this out of the fungi. This is a path that he's cut out of the fungus.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah,
That's what
you
these
go,
are.
Ron.
Come on, Mr. Pigman.
Cool. So you guys are standing there right behind him, like pushing him.
Yep.
As he. Well, how much time do you guys have here?
I've got about 5 minutes.
Okay, I think this is a good place to stop then.
Okay.
Okay.
Before we move on to the next part here.
Well, I'm glad we killed that guy.
Yeah, I'm glad
Bastard.
you guys did too.
You killed Lupito.
Before we go, I want to like get some blood from his head on my finger and wipe it down my cheek.
You were so disgusting.
Yeah, Lupito blood on your cheek.
Yeah. I'm a warrior, bro.
Clearly.
It's like, don't mess with me.
You know, we could totally turn that head in, one of these heads, and say that that's the person bringing in the money in.
You know, I was gonna say
Yeah.
you could probably grab one of those corpses' bodies, like its arm, and totally just call it that one Pelix corpse, and just call it good. Maybe he'd be at rest at that point.
All right. You guys done good? You
Hell
killed.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
you
fun.
Killed
That was
Bupito.
Table saved.
I'm saving it right now.
Okay.
I feel so bad that Jacob was like dead that whole fight, that whole session.
Well, I mean, it was my fault. I should have brought somebody with me, but I just was curious.
All right,
and
table
I don't
saved.
think about it.
Yeah.
That's really funny though.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta admit, dude, I figured that would be like the best route to go.
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I figured, and then you guys just decide, nah, we're good. I was like, well, crap.